Hello and welcome. This is Perfect Jacket, and today I will be making this jacket. Well, not making the entire jacket, it's been made for ages, but I will be beading this gorgeous jacket with all these beautiful glass ivory pearls. So let us begin. So here is the adorable Chanel tweed jacket without any beads on it. It's just this most gorgeous mix of colors. It's white, cream, champagne, lemon, yellows, golden, and some orange in there as well. I call it my scrambled egg tweed, and it's a summer weight. And I just love it to bits. And originally I made it years ago, and I did originally have this beaded trim on it that also had white lace flowers, and it was adorable. But I don't know, once I put the trim on, it just felt too mother of the bride for me. So I pulled it apart, and as you can see, here are all the pieces, the lace flowers and the big costume pearls. And yeah, I use these white glass beads. They're gorgeous, but they're sort of too bluish for this particular tweed and some of the bling ones. So yeah, I pulled everything apart, and I'm just going to start again. And yeah, so let's look at the tweed once more. And yeah, I have to decide what is going to suit this adorable jacket. I want it to be, yeah, the inside, the silk is champagne colored. So I do want it to be sort of pretty and pastel, but I'm also sort of open to the idea of using bright coloured beads. But now that I've got out these bright coloured ones, I do think they're a bit much. I think if I used orange, then it will pull focus. And when you use super bright beads on a tweed that only has, you know, the smallest highlights of bright colors in it or smallest flecks, then it does tend to, the bright colors do tend to pull focus. And this Chanel tweed is just so gorgeous. I want something that makes you just notice how subtle and beautiful and complex it is. So not something that shouts. I do have these plastic cubes, and they are adorable, and they are a champagne, which matches the silk lining. But I don't know, I only have about a dozen actual Chanel tweeds, and I don't know, I feel like just using plastic beads on it it's not special enough. I mean, I love these beads, don't get me wrong, but I want something a little bit more special for my Chanel tweeds. So I do have all these lemon ones, and when I was sick, I was kind of bored, so I just sort of strung them all, then plaited them. So that's why they look like this. But it's also just a good way to keep them all together. There is that shiny lemon thread throughout the tweed so I mean, the lemon would be good for that. But then I have this French tweed in lemons, gold, white, and yeah, I just think the lemons would be so much better suited to that one. I also have a lot of bright yellow, I didn't really get many out, but I have a lot of really bright yellow beads. But next month I'm making a floral jacket out of all these yellow flowers, and I feel like there's not enough flowers to cover the whole jacket. So I think the best thing to do with those yellow beads will be to use them in that sort of in between where the flowers are going to go on that floral jacket. Next we have the lace flowers. I also have, as well as the white, I have these gorgeous cream ones, and they are beautiful and you could use them with these sort of crystal cut glass beads. But yeah, I just don't feel like these are the right ones for this particular jacket. Oh, and the gorgeous costume pearls, they are fabulous. They always remind me of those super bling Balmain jackets with the all different size pearls. But The ones I like best from Balmain are the ones that just use a standard, I think it's like a 6 or 8 millimeter glass pearl. And yeah, I think I will do that. I've got quite a few of that size pearl. I think they're 8 millimeter. And yeah, they would just look so pretty with this, like just an all over sort of not too heavy covering, but just a smattering, an even smattering of the ivory pearls. I think that would look absolutely beautiful. Nice and classic and sort of understated, but still super bling. Okay, so here we are. I have started on the back, and as I said, it's not overly dense. There's just one every now and again in a pretty even sort of pattern. And yeah, I really like this. It's subtle but also bling at the same time. I like the balance. Here's a close up so you can actually see it. Yeah, I like it. And I've sort of pushed up. I have to push up the lining to be able to do the beading, so that's why it's all wonky. But yeah, it's lovely. I shall continue. Here we go, sometime later. So I've done most of the back now, and I've sort of done about maybe half of this one sleeve. And I'll show you the front. So most of the front's done. This top shoulder bit isn't, obviously, but it is getting there. And this is what it looks like from far away. This is me just procrastinating because this jacket is taking so much longer than I thought it would. I guess it's because, it's a summer weight, not a winter weight. So, it's just much more difficult to work with because it's so light and, fragile. Well, fragile is the wrong word, but yeah, it's definitely more difficult. The really expensive ones are sort of just, they're so loosely woven together that, handling them is much more difficult than handling a cheaper fabric. But completely worth it. I mean, I just love this jacket. I can tell it's going to be one of the ones that I leave out and just, because I have like a coat rack and a couple, and obviously I have the rack that I show in a lot of my videos, and I have 3 mannequins. There's more mannequins than people in this place. So I do have a few favorite jackets that I sort of leave out in various spots around the place so that I can sort of look at them and I smile literally every time I see them. I love them so much. So I guess I should stop procrastinating and finally get this one done. But it's just so pretty. I'm so glad that I chose something so, I guess it seems boring, but it's really classic. I love it. I have finally finished this side. Yay. This jacket for some reason is just taking so long, but it's so completely worth it. There is a little spot under the arm that I decided not to do just because I don't have any, I can't be bothered finding the pearls that are slightly smaller in this colour. So in this ivory colour, and I could have put them under there, but I don't know, I just felt like it was better to not have them under the arm. But I've done them so that on the sides, on the front side and the back side of the arm, it's still all pearled. It's just underneath, because when you're wearing it, they sort of rub there, and I didn't want them to catch. So it took me a while to figure out where to sew the pearls and where not to. But I'm so happy with the way it's going. It's just taking a very long time. I think I'm going to post my commemorating my bead collection. It's a bit of a hot mess of a video, but it does show all my pretty beads. So and I'm sort of looking at the video I shot it gosh, at the end of last year. It was in November or December last year. And yeah, it's funny looking back because I talk about all the jackets that I'm just about to make and things like that. So yeah, some of them I have, some of them I completely changed as I was making them. But yeah, and I talk about these flowers that I have, these cute flowers, and now I have like boxes and boxes and boxes of flowers. So it's just, yeah, it's funny how much has changed and how much hasn't since I made that video. So we went ahead and posted the commemorating my bead collection video. This is the magenta Chanel tweed from that I mentioned in that. Another thing has happened. I hit 100,000 followers on my Perfect Jacket Instagram account, which is, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, it sounds like something impressive, but it's really just, I mean, I've never made a single dollar from any of my social media. So yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, and it's just so much work. Like I started my just a regular fashion account, and then a little while later I started the Perfect Jacket one because I noticed like a lot of the pictures I was wanting to post were of jackets that I was inspired by, or I also, when I started posting jackets of the pictures of the jackets that I was making as well. And obviously I do things in color order, and I have a third account just for the black and white photos so they don't wreck my beautiful colorful accounts. But yeah, so I was thinking maybe I should do something to mark the milestone. And I thought, oh, maybe I could post my favorite 100 jackets, but I haven't actually made 100 jackets. That's so depressing. I have over 200 tweets and I've been making jackets for more than a decade. And yeah, I just feel it is a slow process, and I'm not into fast fashion at all. Ooh, that peach one is Oscar de la Renta, and the golden one was another Chanel that I have. But yeah, these ones are all either finished to the point where they're just waiting for beads, or mostly finished. And long story short, I do not have 100 jackets finished yet, so I couldn't do that. I did look on my Pinterest boards and try and find my top 100 designer jackets, and so I could post pictures of them, but there are just thousands upon thousands of gorgeous jackets. It was impossible to whittle them down. I kind of gave up on that one before I even started, but then I thought, well, maybe if I just pick 10 of my absolute favorite designers and, feature 10 of the most amazing jackets from them. But I mean, this is Valentino. How can you only pick 10 Valentino? I struggle to pick only 10 from one collection. And this is Alexander McQueen, the Beekeeper collection. These gold encrusted ones. The embellishment on these is off the charts. And, I could just go on and on about this one cluster of looks in one collection. So yeah, now I'm thinking maybe if I pick 10 collections that I really love and do a video on each of those, because I've seen a lot of the fashion YouTubers do, like, they review each time there's another fashion week, they review either a cluster of different shows or one show. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just sort of do the same thing but just with jackets. And yeah, I think maybe that's what I'll do. It's got really nothing to do with 100k, but everyone seems to do like an ask me anything or a special feature, or if they have sponsors they do a giveaway, and I can't do anything like that. So yeah, maybe I'll just do reviews or like a critical view of some of the collections that have really influenced me and that, yeah, I think are amazing. Maybe. Well, it's most definitely time to get back to beading this gorgeous jacket. So I have managed to do a bit more, and this is me finished with the beading. And yeah, once the beading's done, then of course you just have to fix the lining. So you pull the silk lining sleeves through to the actual jacket and pin those. You sort of tuck under the raw edge, pin it down, and then hand stitch down the hem and the cuffs. And here is the finished product. Isn't it adorable? I am just so happy with the way that this turned out. It looks completely gorgeous. This is a photo I took. It's on my workbench, and it's just got the afternoon sun sort of shining in at the back of it, and it just shows, this is what I love about this tweed. It just sort of, because it's so loosely woven, the sun can get through it, and yeah, when the sun hits it just right, it literally looks like it glows. It looks like something from a cartoon. I absolutely love it so much, and I love the weight of these good quality glass pearls. Just really, really happy with the way this turned out. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.